It's November 16th, 2024. Imagine Justin Bieber took an airplane from Canada and came here to the state of California to sit around here, and you want to play around with other people's blood money? Don't you know that's money from my blood? You're not sober minded. You're not in your right mind. You must be sitting around smoking up your drugs, and then you want to run off and do spell work when you're all high and stuff. There's no way possibly somebody could ever do this in their own right mind. You have to be under some really bad influence. All this nonsensical behavior. Your actions are disgusting, atrocious, vile, gruesome, Justin. You really thought me and you were the same size? Huh? Is that what you really thought? I said, never in my life would you ever come here and mess around with the people them's blood money here in California? So why you sitting around here trying to play around with my ancestral blood money for? That's blood money. You're not part of my blood. Go do the blood test. I'm pretty sure you did your blood test already. And we all for a fact can see for a fact that we're not the same. It's two different kind of blood. And God himself is the one that made it that way for a reason. Take your backside when it comes to my bloodline. Go take your backside and go deal with somebody else. You're not a nice person. You're not of goodness. You're not of God's grace. A pure wickedness. You want to sit around there, over there, and come play around with people's lives. Play around with my ancestry. Oh, and you're not sorry. Go take your not sorry, dirty self, go on somewhere else with it, Justin, and return back my blood money because it never belonged to you. At the end of the day, I come from a generation and I have every right to talk about my lineage, success, historically, that was passed down to me generationally, and it can be passed down to my children generationally because of blood. You want to sit around there and play around with time? You must be out of your goddamn mind. You see how you can come to certain places, and if you go to certain places and you say, I want some food, and people say, we acknowledge that. We acknowledge if somebody wants food. If you go to certain places and you say, I need a roof over my head, people will say, yes, we acknowledge that. If you need basic medical care, people say, yes, we acknowledge that. But when it comes to the blood, people and their blood issues, you need to take away yourself when it comes to you trying to steal off of other people's blood. You trying to manifest money off of other people's blood. You don't understand how much you are owing in this lifetime. You know, yesterday I was watching online, like it said Palm Springs, they're actually like opening up reparations for the people historically, for the things that they had to endure that was passed down from their ancestors. They get to reap the reparations in this lifetime, Justin. You see how good God is? So when it comes to you trying to sit around over there and play around with me and my ancestors, you are owing, Justin. Pay off your debt. There's no argument anymore. You refuse to stop this disgusting behavior. That's debt on your head, Justin. War is over, Justin. If you really wanted to fight a war, go join the army and get away from my blood. Go fight a war in your own country in Turkey. Go do that. I don't need to be over here trying to war with somebody over. You can't fight me over something that already belongs to me. This is all about what you stole, and you had no right to steal it. You took it too far. You went too far when it comes to the stealing. You imagine like certain things that like people would just hand to certain people when it comes to ancestry. But you want to sit around here and be this thief. It's a problem when it comes to God. It's a big problem. Did you come from slavery? No. Were your ancestors oppressed, Justin? No. When it comes to you being colonized as a native, that needs to be acknowledged and then go off in your corner. You sitting there trying to assume my blood because you want to walk around and thief off of my blood. You made a sad mistake. You have to return my ancestors' blood money. It doesn't belong to you. It's not your inheritance. For the last 10, 20, 30, 40 years, it was not your inheritance. You think God is interested in about how you want to walk around and ruin resources that was meant for a certain generation? You think God is into that? You think God is into your own disgusting motives? God's not in that, Justin. He never was. Go find yourself. Go read up Exodus 22, verse 18, and go take away yourself. Take away yourself now. Enough is enough. You're not of peace. It's a problem. You're sitting around here being jealous of the wrong people. It's a problem. You want to sit here and monitor people and blah, 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 blah. In the end, God sees your fake. There's no conclusion other than you being a God-forsaken thief. You see how verbally abusive they are when it comes to YouTube? You see how they like to bully black women on YouTube? Do you see it? God sees it. God acknowledges it, Justin. The devil is the father of all lies. Justin Drew Beiber, you're the devil of the liar. Well, act as if like he came from Jamaica. There's no way. It's not flowing through your blood. You can't even take aspects coming out of like a black Turk because that's just not what you are. You don't have those aspects. There's people here in America who are black Turks and they don't behave like you. They're actually very nice people. They're very humble people. The likes of you who doesn't know anything, you don't have any guidance, you're misguided. You don't have any actual proper direction because you're a karmic. You're not divine. And look at him trying to claim somebody else's divinity. It don't make no sense. You want to sit around and manipulate God? Can you imagine? It's like going to church and then sitting in church and then having the pastor on the stage saying, okay, open up Exodus 22:18. And the pastor reading the words for word, line by line. And then after he reads that scripture, then he breaks down the whole point of that scripture. You don't have certain authorities when it comes to God and his purposes. You can't take those scriptures line for line and word for word and then manipulate it to your liking. God don't work like that. You can't go on no stage acting like a buffoon like that. The Bible is universal, and this is the reason why I'm saying these things. Spirit people know spirit people. We are of the spirit. Go take your quarter of Italian self and go back to your corners, Justin. Do that. Because you don't have any respect. And God is done with you. The way how you disrespect black people, God is done with that. God can't use you. You're not genuine. You're fake. You want to come out in the forefront and like you come out with this big front as if like you're all of the light, as if you love black people, as if you're all about goodness and you're all about God's grace. But God sees your wickedness behind the scenes. God sees how much of a wicked wretch you are, your wicked actions. You want to be in the forefront talking about Jesus and worshiping, and then you go take people money and go run to do dark magic. God can't respect you for doing that. There's no respect. We're done with this clown, you know. We're done with Justin Bieber. You see how like I try my best not to even post any more of these things because I'm truly done with you. You need to accept the fact that you just are not a part of my bloodline. You don't have royal blood. You don't know who. It doesn't even matter. Whoever I'm connected to, it's something that you are not connected to. Accept those facts. Separate the truth from the lie. I am the truth. You are a liar. Oh, because like, you know, like, but I wanted to be a politician and I wanted to be her and everything. You go through the steps and you do the work like any regular normal person with a consciousness, when it deals with common sense, Justin, you deal with that yourself. Go find it yourself. You don't need to be hacking my phone to be trying to figure out nothing. Yeah, but she's like a black Jew and like I just don't know what to do. Go open up a book and go read. Do that for yourself. Prove what you're talking about. All that's coming up is your old devil receipts. Look how many receipts I have. And it's still the receipts still keep coming up because God's still exposing everything. You think you could hide from the Most High? God exposed every single thing you have been doing to me behind my back. God exposed you. Oh, when the Most High told him to stop it, Justin. Go away, Justin. The mother is tired, Justin. She has her own life to live, Justin. No, she has her own career to deal with, Justin. No, she needs to go make her own money in her own way. The way how the Most High told me to work in my own way with my own hands, Justin. Take away yourself from her life, Justin. And you want to sit down there with the devil himself? Trying to over, you're trying to over, you want to over you want to over it's over. God's divination is not for sale when it comes to you trying to associate your name with my name. It can't mix, Justin. My name and your name, it can't integrate, Justin. You're too out of order. It's a big problem when it comes to God's kingdom. You imagine You must know, say you're crazy. Like, think about it. Like, for someone to do this amount of witchcraft on one person, that's when you know for a fact there's something serious. There's a serious problem with those people. Those people are the issue. It's about how crazy they are. It's about how they can. They have no energy. They have no spirit. You're an empty vessel. That's all you are. There's nothing in you. I know my transits. I know my placements in God. I know my placements in the past from Canada. And I know my placements here in the state of California. And you had no right to take my placements here, Justin Drew Bieber. You had no right to be doing those things. You don't run the world. Systems can't run properly because you want to sit around and interfere like a roach that you are. It's not gonna work. Get out of God's business and get out of God's way. God needs to flow. The devil needs to go down. But you want to sit around there and claim false identification. Don't use my name or my signature for nothing. That's fraud. I know what I signed here, and I didn't sign nothing. Anything you try to sign, may God expose it. I have water. That's what these people need to understand something. I have water, Justin. Me no need you trying to sit around and talk about, oh, this and that and blah, 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 and yeah, this and that and da, 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 da. No. Take yourself, go find something else to do when it comes to Christ and his people and my purpose. It'll never belong to you. I'm too grown. You can't follow me. You're too out of order. Look how he wants to sit on the internet trying to make people depressed over sexual abuse. You need to go take care yourself now. People don't want to hear it. Move on with your life. You don't talk with these people, you know. You keep telling this clown, I'm a Jamaican. Don't sit around here trying to disrespect my people like this, Justin. You want to sit around there and want to come walk around as if you have my black Spanish codes? You think you have my Hispanic codes? Huh? You don't forgot the melanated part. The melanated part, Justin. Something you can't claim. My melanin. The DNA dealing with my melanin. You can't claim that. Oh, because they're just not. You didn't come from ancient times. Tell the truth. You don't have my ancient origins. You're not one of the original people historically. This is what it comes down to. And you think say God gonna respect how you want to sit around and come thief off of God's original people? You must be mad. But you want to play up here in California. You want to play up here in California. I sit down and watch me, and at the same time, you want to play victim. Take care of yourself. People need to run you out of the state of California. You're too out of order. Oh, let me play on emotions. That's what they do, you know. He's obsessed with that word emotions. When you know, say that you're not even an E, your last name starts with the letter B. Tell the truth. That type of code that you want to try to hold on to, it don't exist in your existence, Justin. It never did ancestrally. It never did. Your dirty wife, she want pout, and you want to be reckless. That's all you had in this life. But you want to play like you're Black Eve. You want to play like you're emotional. You must be out of your God-forsaken mind. Look how you forsook God himself. You want to play around with sorcery and then talk about God. You couldn't even pick which one to play around with. You can't play around with both, Justin. You want to air, and they want to air out like say him a victim. I wish victimhood from where? Stratford, Ontario, Stratford or Hicktown. You didn't come from no hood. Out to other people them. Out to order. You want to lie like you came from some hood just for some attention. Go take care of yourself. Oh, because, oh my God, like, I'm so upset because, like, she's the alien and he's not the alien. Well, of course, fool. Of course, you're not the alien, Justin. But and they want to sit around and play around with God's unknown. No, no, no. I don't need to be unknown. I'm gonna break it down. I'm Black Asiatic. My blood rights says so. And don't you ever dare mess around with Black and Asian people, Justin. You don't have our codes. Stay away from us. I'm already known. That's the issue. You can't make me unknown, Justin, because I'm already known. People already know me. No, you want to sit. You want. He thinks it's convenient to sit around and play around with God's people, God's codes, people's spiritual rights. You think it was convenient to sit around and play around with people's ancestor rights? You don't understand how disrespect. You don't. Yo, that went to the ethers. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not your soul type, Justin. Like, just accept that. I don't. I don't talk to people like you. That's just what it is. Like, I don't deal with people like you. Can you accept that fact that we don't deal with people like you? It's about a stage. You understand me? And these visualizations that you're trying to portray as if like, oh my God, like you want to lie and act as if you came from the islands or something, as if you have that blood streaming through your bloodline. Like we all know for a fact that's fake. We all know for a fact you're a liar. You just lie through your teeth. You must have the biggest gap in between your front teeth because you just lie. You lie on the tip of your tongue, you lie underneath your tongue, and you lie through your throat. That's how you lie, Justin. Well, oh my God, like let's play like MK now, right? I don't know what else to do, but that's what I picked up in the spirit because I'm so obsessed with getting a reading done on this Black girl's life that you're just constantly obsessed with what God said with my life. So it's not your life. And God needs to break it down for you, let you know, even though you see it, it's still not your life. It don't belong to you. The power belongs to God, Justin. You want to sit around, play around with spell work. You have no power. None. Tired of these people, man. You want to act like, yeah, oh, I'm nice. No, you're not. You're an enemy. You're an enemy to God. You're stealing money. Money that doesn't belong to you. It's not your inheritance. It's not no competition. It's something that you cannot come to certain territories trying to make big claims as if you own this and that, as if you are a part of a certain type of realm. You cannot. You can't lie and say, oh, my mother was this and my father was this. You cannot lie on God like that, trying to take other people's inheritance. Oh, because he don't know how to stay in his own lane. You don't know how to. There is no lane for you, Justin. You did something in this life that you are not supposed to do. Don't do it. And then you wanna walk around with your little narcissistic self, thinking that you're better than me. Of course you're not better than me. There's no way possible, because you're trying to live my life. And that's what I'm trying to say. You're not better than me. I'm better than you. If I wasn't better than you, you wouldn't be attacking me so hard. Tell the truth. I'm better than you. Don't come close to me. You can't compete with me. There is no competition. It's about two different distinctions out of God. It's about what I represent out of Christ. That's what it's about. Is what I stand for. I stand for Christ. You stand for the devil. Tell the truth. Yeah, but we still want her to sacrifice herself. No. How many more times do I have to tell you to stop? How many more times does God have to communicate for you to stop? How many more demons need to be banished from these false energy fields? All these wicked attachments trying to attach itself to my life. How many more times? Stay over there with your demons and your cursed self. A bunch of bad enemies. That's all you are. Trying to attack a star seed. Oh, because you have no power, Justin. Sit down. Pay. This clown paid to have my life. That's when you know you're fake. And you need to go back and go get a refund. And you need to refund me back my inheritance in Jesus' name. Don't you dare trying to play. You want to play like it was so bad. Trying to play around like with gray elements. The gray part out of my life. He trying to play around with it now. God sees it, Justin. You don't have the California blood. You're not a part of the California bloodline when it comes to the transit. Stop playing with it. Are you Korean? No. Are you Filipino? No. Are you Cambodian? No. Are you from Taiwan? No. Do you have Chinese blood in you? No. Are you Hispanic? Of course not. Look how you behave. Hispanic people don't act like you. You're too destruction. You're too destructive. That's your problem. You can't compete with somebody who's of the blood, right? Just like, okay, let's say if you were to go to Texas. If you go to Texas, that bloodline is there. You understand me? If you go to certain territories, you need to respect the people that are there. Respect the bloods that are there. Respect. How dare you come here to California, sitting around here trying to disrespect my blood? Don't come to certain territories disrespecting people, and then you want to act, and then you want to play victim, all because you've been stealing from people. You're stealing from the wrong people.